Hi, my name is Steve Faulkner and welcome to Real Magic Review, where I try and find all the good stuff so you don't have to waste your money on the bad. This week I'm going to be reviewing Tom Stone's famous hug and kill trick of dice and men. Now before we do that, I just got a couple of things to say. Please can you go and check out my card magic course, cardmagiccourse.com, where I share all the moves I know. I'm adding to it on a weekly basis and answer all your questions, so it's kind of like an ongoing coaching thing, and it's at the moment only £9.99 a month, so go and check that out. You can also get a free spread cull download, and this is to me, one of the most important moves in card magic, what it is for my card magic work. So that's cardmagiccourse.com/cull. And of course, please like and subscribe. Or if you are looking at this on the Vanishing Inc blog, just enjoy yourself and share it. And a word on that, thank you again for Vanishing Inc, who are just letting me do my own thing and sharing this on their blog so I can reach a wider audience. So let's get on with the review. Now I saw this, I think it was at the Session Convention a good few years ago when Tom Stone was lecturing it. It wasn't available to buy, I don't think then. And I remember looking at this and just going, because I am a stage performer, you're always looking for those lovely openers and those kind of easy-ish tricks which you know will get a good reaction. As soon as I saw this, I was really jealous because I thought that's brilliant, and obviously I wasn't going to nick it. It wasn't like a classic trick that's kind of fair game, you know, it's not like 200 years old like the cups and balls or something. So very Tom Stone. I thought brilliant, good on you. And then I noticed that Vanishing Inc had released this a while ago, and I kind of went, oh right, okay, and something stopped me from buying it, and so I'll share that a little bit later, but needless as far to say, I have kind of changed my views on that because I've actually taken this on stage, and there'll be a little clip, kind of ropey clip, later on. I don't know, it gets a bit confusing, right? Because I'm quite a tactile person, and I never know how to greet people on stage. You know, I don't know whether it's a handshake, high five, that's ridiculous, or whatever. There's so many people. So I've made a little thing to sort of mix it and make it a bit random, all right? Little bit of fun, little drop of fun. I've been busy. There you go, thank you very much. And here you go. All right, so basically, you're gonna roll a dice, all right, to choose what one we do. 6 choices. I'm quite happy about that. I get no attention at home. I'm a single parent, I've been with them all week, mate. I'm losing the will to live. I'm losing the will to live. Okay, so, here we go, mate. So brilliant gag and quite a good magic trick, and you kind of forget that with a gag. It is kind of like they have a dice and they choose that one. So brilliant, and an opener. God, so nice to get an opener. So what's the good stuff? Now this is a good easy trick. Now not because, you know, self-working tricks are better, but if you want an opener and you're a bit nervous, and you know, I've been performing on stage now for a long time and I still get nervous in certain situations, so it's a nice feeling to kind of go out and have a trick you know can't really go wrong, to warm you into it, and you also know it's going to get a good reaction. So we're all looking for that opener, and I'm one of those people, I kind of have an improvisational way of performing. So I've never really had a really strong opening line, and I still don't, but to have a strong opening trick is a big one. So it's funny, it's odd, because you come out with this thing and it looks unusual. So, you know, that first thing, we've got a few minutes on stage to get interest. So when we get someone up and we get this weird looking prop out, there's a lot in that. There's a lot of mileage, and I don't mean you're going to stretch it out, but you know, it's going to be interesting for some people. And I like the fact it's a kind of dark trick. And this is what I'll go on to in a minute. It suits Tom Stone very well. Not that he's a dark performer, but he's got that kind of quirkiness. And Rob Zabrecki also I've seen do this, and it's just almost like it's made for these people. And I think that there's a really lovely line, especially if you've got some kids in the audience, of that kind of, you know, not dark and grim and weird, but just that kind of, oh yeah, it's got an edge to it, which I really, really like. So it's got a lot going for it. The challenges of this trick basically what I found when I first saw it, which was, I first saw that it was on sale and stopped me buying it, which, like I've said, it's very Tom Stone. It's not just someone else's trick, and we all buy tricks when we perform on stage, a lot of us. Some of us are more original than others, but we've almost got that permission when it's on sale. But it did seem like you're not just doing Tom Stone's trick, you're doing Tom Stone's joke. And I've seen similar jokes before, but there was a kind of discomfort with that. And again, you see Rob Zabrecki doing it, and it's so him that you kind of go, am I going to be able to pull this off? Or is it ethical for me to pull this off? And I know it is in a way that it's on sale, so it would be helping Tom Stone, so it's ethical in that way. But is it just me in a lazy way doing someone else's joke? Now, I think that the ethics are fine because it's on sale, okay, we all know that. And there's a lot of people online going, you shouldn't do this, and da, 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 da. Listen, I did it the other night. It absolutely stormed. Would I do it on telly? Chance to be a fine thing, but no, I wouldn't, because it's not my joke. Would I do it in maybe online and kind of sell it as my thing? No, I wouldn't. But would I do it in a smaller show that isn't going to get a wide audience? I probably would, like a corporate show. I can imagine doing it there. And I've also started doing this thing quite a while ago, where I will credit the trick. So if I do it, it gets a good reaction. I say, it's a great trick. There's a guy called Tom Stone in Sweden that came up with this trick. Isn't it brilliant? So you've almost credited that. So there's I don't know why it maybe is paradoxical, because I'm quite happy to do the Miser's Dream and not credit that, but because it's newer and it's somebody's joke and everything, I feel like I need to sort of share that. But that isn't saying you should. I'm just saying how I got over that. And when I came off stage the other day, you know, I went on stage unpracticed. I had rehearsed it. I'd blocked it. I knew what I was kind of doing, but an unrehearsed script, you know, so it's always going to be a bit shonky compared to when it's tight in, and it's still just got a brilliant reaction. And you know, when I was on stage, I was trying a lot of new stuff, so that put me in a really comfortable place. So I'm fine with it. You know, make your own mind up, but you know, in certain situations, I think it's fine. The other challenges with this is the packaging. Now, this comes like that, and it's a big thing. Now, it's a really good, sturdy piece of kit, actually. I was quite surprised. I thought it was going to fall apart easy, but it isn't. It's made out of this stuff that doesn't tear. But it comes rolled up. Now, I put it under something, thinking I'll leave that there for a few days and the little cards will be unrolled up, and I took it out and it just pinged back into the rolled up state because it wasn't totally flat. But then I realised that once you put it in the little slider and set it up, the fact that it's rolled up doesn't matter because it kind of starts straightening it out. And I will show you in a minute, or I'll cut in how I store it to get it unrolled. But actually, I took it out that day. It was still rolled up. I wedged it in the slider thing. You know, it took a bit of work, but actually it looked fine. So just by setting it up, it kind of sorts that out. So just on the where you store this, if you're going to get it out and perform this in a few weeks or whatever, I'd suggest not doing what I did, is putting under something that is actually slightly raised that have very small legs, because it won't work. But I've kind of, you get these two slides which actually go together to create the whole thing. So I've basically double wedged each of these into one of the slides. You see, you got one there, and it takes a bit of work getting them in, but once they're in, that will really help level them out. And you see it does pack quite small, actually, because once you've done that, you can then unpack it and put it in, and this is going to last. Nothing's going to break here, right? And it's got these little hangers as well, so you can hang it on the back of a chair and hold it. So you've really got everything you need to go, other than the fact this dice cup. So there it is, just a little tip on how to store this before using it. Other challenges would be the language. Obviously, if you've got a different, come from a different country, you don't speak English, you're going to have to get your own printing done, but I'm sure you can do that on these sort of tear-free things, so you'll have to adapt it. But other than that, I think it's a winner, you know. It's 55 quid, I think, at the moment, and that might seem expensive if you've got, you know, you look at it and it's the plastic thing and all the things. Now, it isn't expensive. It really isn't, because if you're going to use this on stage, you've got a few minutes of material, and that's gold, you know. And I know people that pay thousands for a few minutes of material, you know. So the fact you've got an opener and you pay 55 quid for this, if you're going to use it, and I don't mean just professionally on stage, you know, if you're doing a small show for friends, it's brilliant. In a parlour situation, you know, there's not a lot I can say about the trick because you've seen it. It's brilliant. You get the dice with it. You get the whole setup. The only thing you don't get is the dice cup, and you know, you can use a coffee cup or anything like that. The video you get of it's fine. I would have maybe liked to find out a little bit more about the history of this, where the ideas came from, but that's a little niggle. But really recommended, of Dice and Men, 55 quid from Vanishing Inc. So thank you very much for that. As I said, go and check out cardmagiccourse.com. That would be lovely if you could just go on it. Even if you don't want to do it, go on it and get me hits up, will you? Get me further up Google, because I'm doing it all on my own. And thank you for Vanishing Inc. For again giving me the freedom to do my thing. And like and subscribe. Have a great one. Thanks.